Hello everyone, welcome back to our Advent celebration. Today we're going to make Advent tag number 15. So grab an extra tag from our Advent tag number 4 and let's get started. All right, first things first is we're going to click on New Project. Now, we're already going to be using a tag that we have from number 4, but we want to make an envelope to put on top of the tag. So what we're going to do here is we're going to the Shapes menu, and we're going to create this square. We want it 2.5 inches wide and about maybe 1.5 inches tall, and this is going to be the base of our envelope. So we're going to take this shape and we're going to duplicate it a couple of times in order to get the things that we need for it. So this bottom shape only needs to be a 1.25 in height, and then we're going to duplicate that and put that on top as well. So that would be the top and the bottom flaps. Now I'm just kind of arranging it here. And we're going to go back into the Shapes menu and we're going to grab another shape here. We're going to grab a triangle and we're going to use the triangle, or sorry, the diamond here to create our little flaps that we want for the upper part of this envelope that we are making. So the theme for this month, as you've noticed, is we're going to make, we have been making shapes using other shapes. So you're getting a lot of practice doing this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make sure that this diamond shape is on the edge there, and then I'm going to duplicate it and put one on the other side. So as you can see, if we cut these off, it's going to make a very nice flap for the above part of the envelope. So I'm just adjusting these diamond shapes until I find something that I like. And I'm just going to play with the size here and make sure that everything is the way I need it to be. So the height I've just put down, and I think that looks pretty good here. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit more. And then I'm going to select both of the diamond shapes. Once I have them in proper position here, there. All right, now I'm going to select both of the diamond shapes, and then I'm going to go to combine and I'm going to weld it together. That way I have one complete shape, and then I can select that and the top envelope piece and I can press slice, and then as you see, and get rid of all of our slice results here, we have the top flap of the envelope. So that is really nice. That's what I like. Now we're going to go back into the Shapes menu and we're going to grab a square, and we are just going to use it just to slice the tippy top of that envelope piece off because it was a little too pointy for my taste. So now we can just make sure that these are lined up well together. And I want to duplicate this middle box and just bring it off to the side there because we're going to use that for score lines in a little bit. So I'm going to grab another square here, going to change it to the same color, and I'm going to adjust the height to about 1.5 and the width to about 1.5 as well. And then I'm just going to keep playing with the width until it's the size that I like it. And we're just going to bring that over to the side of our box here. And I want to make this 0.25 in width, unlock it, and then make the height 1.5, the same as the middle part of the envelope there. And now that it's the size that I need it to be, I'm just going to line it up onto that 9-inch side there, and I'm going to grab a couple of diamonds again, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to make little tabs on the envelope, and we're just going to make sure that it's just on the edge there, and we're going to select both the diamond shapes, and we're going to go into our weld, and then we're going to select both those shapes and then slice. So now we have a little sliced out tab that we can use, and then we're just going to hold down the Alt key and duplicate that, and then we're going to flip that one horizontally. Okay, so once that's done, we're going to edge the little tabs up to their square piece, and then we're going to go to our combine menu. So I'm just changing the position there, making sure that they're together, selecting both the shapes, combined, and weld. And then we're going to do the same with the top and the bottom. I'm going to change the position down a little bit so that the top flap of the envelope meets the main part of the envelope. So I'm just playing with the axis here in our position tabs, just entering a bunch of numbers to make sure it goes down as much as I need it to. Selecting both the shapes, going to combine and weld, and that didn't really work, so I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to bring the envelope piece down a little bit more. All right, now that it's down and up against the bottom part, we're going to do combine and weld, and then we're going to bring up the bottom piece, and we're going to just make sure it's in the proper position again so we can combine the two shapes. And then we're going to select both the shapes and then go to combine and weld. Now we're going to change this here from basic cut to score, and we're just going to bring that into the middle so we can see, and then play with the position so we can see exactly where all our score lines are going to be. We're going to bring this to back just so we can see them, and then we're going to select both those things and go to attach. So that's our little envelope using the basic shapes there. So now we're going to press make it, and then I will meet you over at the demo table. All right, now that we're at the demo table, as you can see, I have a tag out from a previous Advent tag. We did it from number 4. I had you cut out a whole bunch of extra ones. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to glue this onto a piece of the digital paper I printed out from our digital December pack. And we're just going to glue that down onto the paper, and then we're going to cut that out with scissors. Now I could have cut this on the Cricut as well, but at this point in time I didn't really know which piece of paper I really wanted on the tag, and it was just easier to glue it down and cut it out later. So once that's glued down, we're going to grab our scissors and we're going to cut it out. All right, once that's done, we're going to grab our little X-Acto knife here, and we're just going to cut out the middle part of that little circle part of the tag. Now, you don't have to cut out the circles of the tag. You can just use it as a regular tag without circles. Sometimes I like mine, sometimes I don't. But for this one, we are going to just cut that out really well. And once that's done, we're going to do my favorite step is we're going to distress ink around all the sides of this tag, and then I will fast forward this for you. All right, once that's done, we are going to fold our little envelope that we made in Design Space today. I just cut mine out of tea-dyed paper, and we're just going to add a little bit of glue on the side tabs and then fold that bottom piece up. And they're just going to glue in place just like that. So I'm going to decide where on the tag I want to have my envelope, and then I'm just going to add glue to the back, and I'm just going to glue it down. Now you can go even more decorative here if you wanted to. You could just glue down the sides and the edge of it and make a little pocket in your envelope pocket. It's a little complicated, but I just went with the envelope. Of course, I distressed the edges, and then I'm just going to glue that down. And then I'm going to just take a bow, which is from our ephemera pack here, and I'm just going to glue that down onto the very top of the envelope, so it has a very pretty opening. So now that we have our envelope done, we need something to go into our little envelope. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to measure out a piece of scrap paper and then cut it down to size. And on the back, I'm just going to add a tradition that we do here for Christmas at our house. And we usually open presents at around midnight on Christmas Eve. And that's when we celebrate our Christmas. So once I write that down, I'm going to put that into our envelope, and our Advent tag number 15 is all finished. There we go. And that's a finished tag. I hope you had a lot of fun making this tag with us today. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for Advent tag number 16. Now remember, we're working on the tags in the bottom part of our folio here, and it's just going to slip into the little pocket. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting.